Hello there! Welcome to Mind-Blowing Facts, Episode 1, and this is a series of brain-twisting truths about our buddy China, where logic sometimes just takes a day off. From trains running through buildings to bizarre ancient customs, we guarantee you'll be yelling, "Wait, what?" by the end. Let's get started. Sleeping with 20 men before marriage, a shocking Tibetan custom. Nope, this isn't some fantasy novel or clickbait headline, it's a real custom once practiced among certain Tibetan communities. The belief? A woman is only considered truly beautiful and valuable if she can attract and sleep with at least 20 different men before getting married. Here's how it works, before a Tibetan girl can become a wife. She must spend the night with no less than 20 men. It's seen as proof of her allure, experience, and readiness for married life. After each encounter, the girl asks for a keepsake, usually an earring or bracelet, to present as evidence to the village elders. Once she's collected all 20 tokens, she's officially approved for marriage, but don't let the liberal vibes fool you, this custom comes with huge pressure. If a girl is found to have married before reaching her quota, the couple may be expelled from the village and shunned. In traditional belief, marrying a virgin is said to bring bad luck and even death to the family. Of course, modern views raise serious concerns. This practice can cause psychological trauma, rob girls of personal agency, and increase the risk of sexually transmitted infections. It's a controversial tradition, shocking, eye-opening, and definitely not for the faint of heart. The give-up generation sounds like a joke, right? But it's so real that it's got the whole of China scratching its head and maybe pouring another shot to deal with it. So here's the tea, fellas, young people in China are now living by the 4-no's rule: no house, no car, no marriage, no kids. Sounds like some chill minimalist lifestyle? Nah bro, it's just the survival mode in a society set to hardcore with zero mercy. Owning a home or starting a family? That's basically horror movie material for them. The pressure's sky high, the pace pocket change, and work? It's the legendary 996, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. No time to breathe, let alone chase dreams. A survey by China Youth Daily shows nearly 45% of young Chinese feel burned out. And Peking University notes that more and more are just opting out of the rat race altogether. Enter the trend of lying flat, Tang Ping, a low-key rebellion wrapped in a blanket of chill. No hustle, no grind, just vibes. The youth say, "We're not lazy, we're resisting." Sociologist Zhang Xingyu even called it a silent strike against an unjust system. And me? I say, they're just tired, man, let them nap. So before you judge this give-up generation, maybe ask yourself, are they weak, or just way too smart to play a rigged game? Cheers to that, and maybe a toast to our own little lying flat moments too, huh? Men wearing makeup to escape the single life, sounds lighthearted, but in China, especially before blind dates, it's dead serious business. We're not talking about a quick lip balm swipe. These guys are dropping serious cash for full-on glow-ups before their matchmaking appointments, deep skincare, professional makeup, K-pop level hairstyling, and even personal stylists picking out the perfect outfit to match their zodiac, aura, and grandma's expectations. According to CIC data, China's male grooming industry hit over 20 billion renminbi last year, with a solid chunk spent on pre-date beauty services. Some salons even offer date prep packages, complete with makeup, hairstyling, profile photo shoots, and even small talk coaching. It's not a date, it's an audition for love. One 31-year-old from Guangzhou shared, "I hired a makeup artist before my blind date, cost me over 1,000 yuan, but totally worth it. At least I didn't get called lifeless like last time." One makeover, one shot at confidence, who wouldn't take that deal? Turns out, in the age of love at first look, a dab of concealer and a sleek hairstyle might just be the key to someone's heart. And don't worry, bros, makeup doesn't take away your masculinity. It just helps your charm come through. In HD. The custom of hooking up with your ex, a 100% real tradition in China. At first glance, this sounds like something someone made up after a few drinks, but nope, it's absolutely real. Among the Bai people, an ethnic minority group in China, there exists a tradition where, for 3 days every year, from the 23rd to the 25th day of the 4th lunar month, you're allowed, even encouraged, to meet, date, and yes, hook up with your ex married or not, doesn't matter, no one's stopping you. This tradition is part of the Rainling Festival, celebrated in Yunnan province, also observed in parts of Guizhou and Hunan, where the Bai people primarily live. The festival is meant to honor gods and ancestors. But let's be real, the spicy part that catches everyone's attention is the emotional free pass it grants. For 3 days, you can reconnect with your former lover, rekindle old flames, and, if the vibe is right, well, you know. And when it's all over, everyone just goes back to their normal lives, no drama, no blame. Even your spouse might casually ask, "So, how was it?" As wild as it sounds, this isn't chaos, it's a long-standing cultural practice. Scholars like Stefan Feuchtwang and journals such as the Journal of Chinese Anthropology have documented the festival as a way to strengthen community bonds, preserve cultural identity, and release emotional pressure in a healthy, accepted way. So yeah, over here we ghost our exes. Over there, they schedule a reunion. Real talk, anyone else thinking of booking a ticket to Yunnan next lunar April? Mass weddings for the dead, a bone-chilling tradition you won't believe is real. Sounds like the plot of a low-budget horror movie, right? But nope, it's 100% real. In certain rural parts of China, people actually hold weddings for the dead. Sometimes even mass weddings, where every couple involved has already passed away. It's called a ghost marriage, a ritual in which two deceased individuals, or sometimes a living person and a deceased one, are symbolically married. The goal? So the dead don't get lonely in the afterlife. Creepy? Totally. But culturally, it's believed to balance yin and yang, prevent bad luck, and in some cases, even bring prosperity to the living. Some families reportedly spend tens of thousands of dollars just to find a ghost bride for a deceased son. There are even shady ghost marriage brokers who steal female corpses from graves to match them with dead bachelors. Yep, it gets dark. The Chinese government has officially banned this practice, but ghost weddings still happen secretly in remote regions. Just hearing about it gives you chills, doesn't it? Throwing your own funeral while still alive sounds like a joke, but it's a real tradition. In parts of China, people actually hold their own funerals while they're still alive and well. This unusual practice, known as a living funeral, Xingqianzong, has been reported in regions like Chongqing and Hunan. They'll hire musicians, invite guests, wear mourning clothes, some even climb into a coffin to lie down. No, it's not performance art, it's an actual ritual. Why do it? Some people want to see who would show up to their funeral, or experience how they'll be remembered. Others go through it as a kind of spiritual reset after trauma, illness, or loss, like saying, "I've seen death once. Now I'll really start living." One 80-year-old grandma reportedly invited her whole village to mourn her death, gave a heartfelt speech, and thanked everyone for coming. People were laughing and crying at the same time, like, who throws a better party than the dead? The living. As eerie as it sounds, these living funerals reflect a deeper spiritual idea, facing death in order to embrace life more fully. Strange. But kind of beautiful, right? China uses just one time zone, and it gets weird fast. Did you know that China is nearly the size of Europe, stretching across 5 time zones, yet the entire country runs on just one time, Beijing time, GMT 8. Yup, whether you're in the bustling east of Shanghai or way out west in Xinjiang, your clock says the same. Sounds efficient, right? Until reality kicks in. In far western regions like Xinjiang, the sun might not rise until 10 a.m., and it doesn't set until after 9 p.m. That means school starts while it's still pitch black, and dinner feels like lunch because it's still bright out. It's like living in a permanent jet-lag bubble. Locals in Xinjiang have kind of hacked the system by using their own local time. 2 hours behind Beijing time. But since official matters still go by Beijing time, people are basically living double lives, one time for the government, another for actual living. Why just one time zone? It's all about national unity and easier political control. But ask anyone commuting in the dark at 7 a.m. and they'll tell you, unified time is great until your breakfast feels like midnight. Over 300 languages and dialects, in China, even Google Translate taps out. Think learning Mandarin is your golden ticket to navigating China? Think again. China isn't just one language, it's more like an audio jungle with over 300 active languages and dialects. Sure, Mandarin, Putonghua, is the official language, but then there's Cantonese, Shanghainese, Hokkien, and a galaxy of regional dialects like Hakka, Ningbo, Teochew, etc. It's so diverse that people from 2 provinces often can't understand each other without subtitles. Yes, you heard that right. TV shows in China regularly use subtitles for native Chinese speakers to understand other native Chinese speakers. Go deeper into ethnic regions like Tibet, Inner Mongolia, or Guangxi, and you'll find entirely different languages, not dialects of Chinese, but distinct linguistic systems with different grammar and roots. Some dialects aren't even written down, they're purely oral, passed from generation to generation. So next time someone says they speak Chinese, maybe ask, which Chinese, exactly? Tibetans live over 4000 m high, where oxygen is low but chill vibes are high. Welcome to the Tibetan Plateau, where people eat, sleep, fall in love, and argue at over 4,000 meters, 13,000 feet, above sea level. While most of us gasp climbing 3 floors, Tibetans casually hike mountains like it's a walk in the park. Their bodies are genetically optimized, larger lungs, stronger hearts, thinner blood, and supercharged oxygen absorption. Where normal folks get altitude sickness, Tibetans host festivals and play soccer like nothing's wrong. Scientists discovered they have a unique EPAS1 gene mutation, basically a real-life superhero upgrade for high-altitude survival. Seriously. Marvel should take notes. If that blew your mind, comment superpowers are real. And don't forget to like and share this video for more awesome facts. Some Chinese names are longer than your Wi-Fi password. While many Chinese people have short names like Jack or Annie, others, especially among ethnic minorities, can have names longer than the Great Wall. Some names stretch over 15 Chinese characters, often telling a full story or family legacy. For example, someone's name might literally mean, "He who walks with sunlight among the mountains in the spirit of the Great Eagle Plan." Yes, that's just a name. It gets so extreme that kids are called by nicknames, teachers make shortcodes, and online forums crash from too many characters. Ever met someone with a name this epic? Drop it in the comments. Chongqing, the city with brain-twisting architecture and traffic. This city defies everything you know about urban planning. Imagine driving across a 50-meter high bridge and suddenly entering the 8th floor of a building. No joke, in Chongqing, highways literally go through apartment blocks, and monorails cruise straight through buildings like part of the furniture. Picture this, you step out, turn left and you're on a flyover. Turn right and you're in a tunnel. Go straight? Good luck, you're lost. One of the city's most famous interchanges, Nanpu Grand Interchange, has 5 levels of traffic loops that look like someone copy-pasted a Mario Kart track. If you take the wrong exit, you might have to drive for an hour just to turn back. A small mistake could send you over 3 hills, through 8 tunnels, and across 13 bridges. All in all, if you're looking for a place that's part labyrinth, part sci-fi movie, and fully brain-twisting, Chongqing's your spot. Just pack a compass, Google Maps, and a deep belief in yourself. Enjoyed the ride? Drop a comment or tag a friend who always gets lost. This might just be their spiritual hometown.